So we'll start the afternoon portion with the grand unveiling of our CodeX LegalTech database and our new publication that we're working on with Thomson Reuters, LegalTech Link. And Pieter Gunst, a CodeX fellow and founder of Legal.io, will be introducing us to LegalTech, the database, and David Curle will talk about the LegalTech Link publication. So we'll start with that. Then we'll have our Moot Court 2020 event, which is going to be very, I think it's going to be very interesting. It's a new format, so we said, you know, either this is going to be great or not. Well, I think it will be great. It'll be exciting for sure. But what I wanted to say, we'll go right after the Moot Court. We'll actually break into our we go into our breakout sessions, which are going to be in the law school classroom building, which is just on the other side of the space out there. We'll guide you there, and you see on your agenda, you see in which rooms the sessions are in. So without further ado, I think I'll just turn it over to Pieter.
Thank you, Roland. Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Very short announcement, but something that I think will be of interest to many of you. So my name is Pieter Gunst. I am the co-founder of a legal technology company called Legal.io. But I'm here to talk about a project that was started over a year ago now, and that we're unveiling a first version of today. For 3 years after graduating from the law school here, I organized a group called CodeX. And CodeX was a group that brought together on a weekly basis, every Wednesday evening, law students from the law school who were interested in learning more about legal technology and were also interested in getting some hands-on experience. So we discussed the various tools that are out there in the world, as we're doing here at this conference. But we also work together learning simple things like how do you write HTML? What's CSS? Let's do some JavaScript. Let's look at a Rails framework. And in the last year of the class, we had this brilliant idea of let's maybe create an app that is a database of legal technology companies. And so what we're announcing today is the first version of this app. It's at tech.law.stanford.edu. This has been built by Stanford Law students. Many of them hadn't written a line of code in their life when they first came to CodeX Law. So it's really nice to see this come together. And what you'll have today in that database, if you visit it, is a structured data set of right now a bit over 500 legal technology companies. I started with a data set of about 1,200. And going through it, it's kind of interesting to see how many of them went away really fast, right? That's how startups go. But so CodeX and its partners will be basically allocating resources to maintain this data set. But the reason why we're making this announcement here today is because we're also soliciting your help. You may see your company in this list. You may see a company that's not in the list yet. And when you go to the application, you'll see a variety of buttons that allow you to add companies or make changes to the companies that are in there. And so this is kind of a call to action to ask you to have a look, spread the word, and help us strengthen this resource, which we are making just freely available for the benefit of the community. The code itself is open source too, so if you have a feature request that you want to see happen, have a look at the GitHub repository that is also linked on the page.
Thanks. And I'm David Curle. I'm Director of Market Intelligence at Thomson Reuters Legal. And we've been partnering with Stanford now for almost 3 years, I think. And in the course of the conversations, we got a look at the database that Pieter's put together. And we thought one thing we could contribute to the party would be a publication that would help bring some of that legal tech activity, entrepreneurial activity to life and get it up and out to a wider audience. So in July, we'll be We'll be coming out with the first edition of LegalTech Link. Don't try to read that, it's just gibberish for now, it's just a mock-up, but it will be a short quarterly publication that will highlight some of the companies into the database, will include some interviews, will include a lot of information about events like this and other legal tech events going on in the industry. I'd like to tie it back to the morning session where Jim Sandman was talking about all the people that aren't in this room that need to be involved, all the outside agents outside of the industry that we need to activate in order to accomplish what we want to accomplish with legal tech. And I think that's a little bit of the mission of this publication, is to bring the message from this room outside, beyond the echo chamber, if you will, and get it out into the industry at large. So look for that in July, and in the meantime, you can play around with the database.